BT9 Breakdown Part 6. Breaking Down Purple. Purple is another color that features only a handful of cards, because a majority of the Dex-Doru family all exist in black and purple, and a majority of these are covered in the next and last video. As always, if there's a Digimon with X antibody, I'll simply be referring to it as an X, rather than X antibody. Additionally, the reduced cost won't be something I highlight too much of. And again, if you enjoy these types of videos, do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell for more of my future content. The last egg of the BT9 set is Pagumon. At this point, Pagumon has been printed several times in the Digimon trading card game with different effects. In BT2, trash the top card of your deck. And from the starter deck, on deletion, trash the top 2 cards of your deck. With the new Pagumon, you can trash a card in your hand to give this Digimon plus 1000 DP. It's not terrible, but Demi-Maramon's draw and trash on deletion will always reign supreme. Likewise, if you don't want to draw one or trash one on deletion, Tsunomon from BT6 is another one of my favorites. The specialization of these level 2 Digimon control what you trash from hand, while the other Pagumons are used for decks like Beelzemon if you're going for a more aggressive mill strategy. The only final note for this Digimon again is that it is a possible box topper from your box. Gazimon X looks like Gazimon went to the gym and got swole as hell. When digivolving from Gazimon, trash the top 3 cards from the top of your deck. It might be an interesting facilitator. Unfortunately, there is only one Gazimon at this time in the purple category, meaning this card's effect will not trigger too often. This card does see some play and viability, especially with Musketeers and potentially Beelzemon decks. With Dracmon, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one with Undead or Dark Animal and trash one with the same traits. Then return to the rest to the bottom. This card can hypothetically add one, trash one, and send one to the bottom. Additionally, when attacking, you may digivolve this Digimon into a Digimon with Undead or Dark Animal in its traits from your trash by paying its Digivolution cost. Dracmon offers a lot of utility for climbing into higher level Digimon. The entire Dex-Doru family are not the only undead option, but Myotismon, Venomyotismon, Golfmon, and Grand Dracmon as well. Though Dex-Doru lives best with X antibody decks in black, Dracmon might see some limited play, especially for me, when making a Venom Myotismon rush kind of deck. While not competitive, this is my initial thoughts on this card. Salamon on play offers a reveal off the top 4 cards of your deck. Add a 2-colored purple card from among them to your hand, then place the remaining cards to the bottom in any order. This card is an equivalent to Vmon from BT8, and allows you to digivolve from purple or yellow babies. Do keep in mind though that this limits your digivolution of purple afterwards, but with 2 colors including purple, why does it matter? Options for this Digimon search would be Black Gatomon, Ophanimon Fall Down Mode, Flame Hell Scythe, yes this includes option cards, and a slew of multicolored cards from this set. Sangloopmon has the same inheritable as Dracmon, allowing you to digivolve into an Undead or Dark Animal Digimon when attacking. Hypothetically, if you were to attack with this Digimon with Dracmon, you cannot trigger Sangloopmon's inheritable because it's at the timing window of when attacking, and you've already attacked. Therefore, you can't climb to level 6 willy-nilly. And again, because there's so many multicolored cards with purple, this is the sole level 4 for this video. Likewise, there's only one level 5 and level 6 Digimon. Matadramon when attacking lets you trash an Undead or Dark Animal with its traits to give this Digimon plus 3000 DP for the turn. In addition, it reduces the Digivolution cost by 1 when you digivolve into a Digimon from the trash. This card can set up and create value from the level 6 that it's going into, while also providing buffs and minimizing the cost going up. Again, looking at the DigimonMeta.com's repository of meta decks, this card was not found in any builds from spot checking. But it doesn't mean you can't utilize this card in fun or casual play. Which takes this video to Grand Dracmon, a Digimon that costs 4 to go into that when digivolving, you may play a level 3 purple Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. End of attack, once per turn you may digivolve one of your other Digimon into a Digimon with Undead or Dark Animal in its traits without paying its memory cost. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this card, because while its stat line is larger than Anubismon feels better in my mind for the rush capability. And while the Digivolve for your one Digimon may be free going into an undead or dark animal, the security is such a risky business in these days, especially after seeing terror clusters send Digimon to the bottom of the deck, or even a dead or alive that nukes your Digimon with Lucemon Chaos Mode. For Tamers, Purple offers Meiko Mochizuki, a tamer that on play searches for a purple or yellow Digimon after you reveal 3 cards. Instead of bottom decking the remaining cards, you trash them. In addition, all turns when you play a 2-colored purple and yellow Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. There aren't a lot of on-play Digimon that are purple and yellow. The best utilization in my mind right now is Gatomon. Mekumon's Digi-Evolution cards are all yellow-purple Digimon, but the memory investment for their on-play costs are all 6 and 12. Meaning in the end, you end up paying 5 memory, especially for Mei Crackmon Vicious Mode, or 11 for Regulmon. And I still hate giving memory, especially after handing just 3 to an Imperial Dramon deck. While Purple has a smaller pool of cards to look over, there are some option cards to go over next, and then a promo. Dex-lution is the first option card that allows you to play it, disregarding its color requirement if you have a Digimon with X antibody in its traits. And for 0 memory, you can Digivolve into a Digimon from your trash with Dex in its name by paying its Digi-Evolution cost. This is a great way for X antibody to utilize the new Dex cards with X antibody, while having a second place to Digivolve from. This card in my mind has potential just based on first impressions. And finally, Eye of the Gorgon. This A-cost option card deletes one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, and if a Digimon is deleted this way, you may play a purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Additionally, its on-play effects do not activate. For 8 memory, you can potentially delete something and play a Digimon. While on paper it could be useful, I feel like I'm missing something with this and why I'd use this over Fly Bullet or Trump Sword. While Trump Sword cannot target suspended Digimon, it can hit any level. And while Fly Bullet can hit unsuspended or suspended Digimon, they have to be level 6 or lower. I just don't feel like that purple level 3 Digimon gives you any more advantage. It could be easily deleted if you play it on your turn. Now, the promo that could also be potentially in your box is Wizardmon. Wizardmon is your typical 5 memory on play cost or 2 memory to Digivolve into Digimon that when this card is trashed from the deck, gain 1 memory. Its inheritable is when attacking, you may reveal 1 purple card from your hand and place it on top of your deck. Wizardmon gives more to the Light Sworn-esque support engine of Beelzemon decks, and frankly, I'm putting 4 of these upon release for the upgrade. It's another target for trashing cards, and in addition can manipulate the top to give you better effects as well. Overall, there are only a few cards I like in the purple category: Wizardmon, Gazimon X, and Salamon. The rest are up in the air in terms of what deck would I put them in. Purple and black have a lot of multicolored cards that are definitely going to see some play, but I won't be covering that in this video. Stay tuned for the final episode of BT9 Breakdown with white and multicolored cards. This is Digi-Panda, logging out.